My 28M girlfriend, 27F, gave me a pretty lousy anniversary gift. Hey everyone, let's just start by saying I know I may came out as maybe of a bad or boring person, but hear me out. I don't like receiving gifts. Reason is, pretty much anybody who ever gave me anything has failed to give me something I like. Combine this with my constrained, uneffusive nature, you get a lot of people looking disappointed that I didn't make a fuss about what they got me. So, instead of you thinking of something that I might like, going through the trouble of buying it and then me not liking it, I rather you just don't. If it's my birthday, just say happy birthday. That's fine by me. I am not a brat that needs something from you other than a happy birthday. It actually makes me happier because then I don't have to fake liking whatever you got me or feel bad about not even trying. It also makes me feel that you don't know me at all. My girlfriend is the complete opposite in this regard. She can get excited even if you give her a bent rusty spoon. Plus, she is particularly easy to gift, as she constantly says, "Ooh, I like this, but I am not going to buy it." So I keep a small list of stuff she liked but didn't buy, and get it for her birthday or special occasion. She on the other hand, tries year after year to give me stuff I would like and gets disappointed every time because I don't react the way she expects me to. Stuff I remembered liking that she gave me. A poem about the red string, which she framed and gave it to me as a symbol of our relationship, and a keychain, bottle opener. Today my girlfriend gave me our 5-year anniversary gift. It was matching sweatshirts. Something I have very vocally stated previously that not only I don't like, but I find cringeworthy. Plus, the sweatshirts by themselves are just not my style at all. Of course, she was disappointed I didn't make a fuss of it, and I am just feeling like crap because of it. How can I let her know that I appreciate the effort, but I would rather she just stopped? I have already had this discussion with her several times, but she just keeps on doing it. Plus, I feel like she just doesn't know me at all. It's like, oh, my boyfriend prefers not receiving anything, and has said specifically he doesn't like matching sweatshirts. I know, I'll get him matching sweatshirts for our anniversary. I know it isn't a serious life-changing problem like others I have read on this sub, but it's just something bugging me. I felt like I needed to vent and hear your thoughts. I am not writing a question because I would like to hear to any advice, thoughts that come to mind. Too long did not read. My girlfriend keeps gifting me stuff I would never like, expecting me to like it and make a fuss about it. It's entirely possible she doesn't love your rusty spoon, and is being effusive because she appreciates the sentiment. You're telling us you don't care if you get a gift, so if it's not a great gift, why does that bother you? Why not shrug it off? Or, maybe, tell her what you want as a gift, specifically. So she can buy you something you can actually be excited about? Just tell people what you want as birthday gift. Oof, they happens with me a lot. I'm sorry that after 5 years, she hasn't caught on to not gift giving. Have you tried asking for, like, a date night instead of physical gifts? Like a dinner out or the movies, if theaters are open where you are, or something like that. Try to enjoy the sentiment of the gift rather than the gift itself. If she wants you to match and got these sweatshirts, it may be because she's proud of you and wants to feel connected to you. Also, if she is not giving gifts you like, try to tell her things you do like so she can get the enjoyment of giving a gift you like and you receive something useful. It's not actually going to make her feel good to stop buying you gifts because you are denying her a way to express her love. You still get to express yours through gifts. So if you like dinners out or experiences or certain types of books etc., just tell her. I have already had this discussion with her several times, but she just keeps on doing it. Honey, this is the last time I'm going to say this. I'm just not a sentimental gifts kind of guy, and nothing's going to change that. We can keep trying if you insist, but please don't be surprised if it doesn't get the reaction you want. That said, I think you need to do some reading on love languages, because it's pretty clear that gift giving is your girlfriend's, and she's not feeling seen or understood when you tell her not to express her love for you in that way. Is there really nothing you can point out to her that you'd like, the way she does with you? Even if it's just a gift card to a favorite store? She loves you and is getting you gifts that she hopes shows you that. You can probably find a way to meet her in the middle instead of somehow taking her getting you a gift as an insult. Also, if you've been with her for 5 years, can't you find a way to be comfortable with her giving you a gift? I understand your aversion to receiving gifts from acquaintances, but your girlfriend should be allowed to get you gifts, even if they are cringeworthy. She loves you. Let her. This sounds like it could be an issue with you not really getting each other's love languages. She gets you gifts you're not thrilled about because she loves getting gifts no matter what it is. And gifts are part of her love language, so gifting things to you is her trying to show love. She obviously doesn't know what you want, and I'd bet you've never told her what you'd like either. I am a weird juxtaposition because I love giving my significant other gifts, but don't give a damn about receiving them. I also know gift shopping for me is hard, so I will either give a list of general things or just say, let's do something together instead. You need to sit down and talk about this, and I'd suggest you give her an actual list of stuff you'd like, LOTR or whatever else, so she has somewhere to start. It was super weird that she bought you something you specifically told her you don't like. Are you sure she was even listening to you? I feel like you should address that. It's kinda mean. And did you ask why would she keep giving you gifts when you say you don't want any? Maybe she believes that you are just saying it but would getting sad, annoyed if she didn't. And if that's the case, maybe try telling her what you would like to get. Just random things you want but you don't want to spend your money on. I would feel terrible if my partner didn't want any gifts. Maybe try asking her to take you on a picnic or give you a massage or something that would work better with your love language. My 29F husband, 29M, got a tattoo of my face without telling me. I wish this was a joke. For context, we've been together almost 4 years and married for a little over a year. I'm currently out of the country visiting a close friend. He sent me a video of him and our cat where he subtly kept showing me something on his thigh. I asked what it was, and we video chatted so he could reveal it. It was a tattoo of my face. He had asked me last week what my favorite picture of myself was, so I sent one to him. I asked why, but he just said he was curious. My birthday and our anniversary are coming up, so I thought it maybe had something to do with that. But no, it was for the tattoo. I hated it and couldn't hide it on my face. I kept asking if it was fake and if this was a prank. But no, he insisted it was real, and it definitely looked real. The art itself wasn't very good either. He could tell I didn't like it, and I was honest with him that I didn't like it. Don't usually like tattoos of people's faces, and that I was in shock right now because this was so unexpected. I asked him why he didn't tell me about this. He said he wanted it to be a surprise. I told him, how is this an acceptable surprise? He just said he loves me so much and wanted to put that love on his body. I told him that I felt like this was something we should have talked about since it's my face, and that there were other ways he could have represented his love. And that I just didn't understand how he went through with this without telling me. He was dumbfounded and crushed that I didn't like it, which made me feel awful because I could tell he was holding back tears. I think it hit a little extra hard since it's his first and only tattoo, and we've been talking about his different tattoo ideas since we first met. I ended the video chat by telling him I needed time to process this and let's rest and chat tomorrow. I'm really upset at this and honestly find it embarrassing. I'm at a loss of what to do next. And I'm also upset that I crushed him by not liking it, and I won't be home for another 2 weeks for us to have a conversation in person. He's always been a bit impulsive, but it's never been ridiculous like this. I literally cannot imagine looking at my face on his leg forever. Too long did not read. Husband got a tattoo of my face on his thigh as a surprise, and I hate it. He doesn't understand why this surprise bothers me. Number 1 rule of tattoo: never get anything to do with your so. Bad luck, and it's kinda tacky if you ask me. To be fair, he never said he wanted it to be an acceptable surprise. I am the owner of a regretful tattoo as well. A scantily clad pin-up girl looks great on the shoulder blade of a 21-year-old U.S. Marine infantryman, but a bit out of place on a married 35-year-old father of 2 at the church pool party. I am in the middle of getting mine removed completely. It's a little painful, but it hurts the wallet more. I would suggest having a conversation about getting it lightened to a point that it could be covered up. Work with a tattoo artist to design a cover-up together that represents your relationship. It will need to heal completely before the laser treatments can start, and it will take multiple treatments. Tattoo removal is a great resource for learning about the removal process. Sorry to be crass, but I just can't imagine looking at a tattoo of my own face while giving someone oral sex. There are bigger boner killers, but that's up there. I like tattoos, but I've never seen one of a person's face that didn't remind me of Chucky or his bride. Unfortunately, his tattoo is there to stay, so I don't know how you fix this. Tattoos of faces are already always terrible in the best of circumstances. Not smart, but his heart was in the right place. Tough spot. Tell him you love him and can't wait to see him. Tell him your love for him hasn't changed, and if he wants, y'all can both pick out a badass cover-up tattoo together for him. Why your face? Like I don't understand why he'd thought that would be okay. Like your face is the first thing someone sees about you, and face tattoos are still pretty stigmatized in comparison to other tattoos. I agree with the other person who said this is a weird subconscious cry for help. Could be a mental health crisis, hard to say without more context. Telling him that you love him and wish you were there seems like a good response. Maybe you can get someone else to check on him in person, since you won't be home for a bit? Best friend won't see me because I'm vaccinated. I've, F25, been friends with F27, since we were 14 and we were super tight. I recently had a baby, 6 male, and she was supportive and interested throughout and has said she really wants to meet us, has knitted a blanket for baby etc. Nothing seemed off at all. I keep sending dates to meet up with her and she kept ignoring my messages, getting back too late apologizing saying she was busy with work. I asked her what was up and said I have had 1 vaccine and happy to wait until I'm double vaxxed if she prefers. No pressure, just let me know when suits you. Nothing untoward, but I started feeling like something was up after sending several messages over several weeks and not getting anywhere. She also just seemed genuinely disinterested, which was unusual. Anyway, eventually she gets back and says she was busy and doesn't feel comfortable seeing me because I'm vaccinated and that's against her values, and doesn't think I'll want to see her because she's not getting it. I'm utterly gobsmacked. I knew she wasn't vaxxed with the childhood vaccines. Her mum is anti-vax. But I had no idea at all that she was completely against the COVID vaccine and won't get it. Her reasoning is the same as other AV's ingredients, untested, side effects, and she's also into herbal medicine and says there's nothing a vaccine can do that herbs and plants can't. I'm so heartbroken. The topic has come up before and she's been so upset, or so I thought, with what COVID has brought to people and knows how it's affected me and my family. She strives for justice and equality, and I honestly had no idea that this would be something she was so against, particularly as it's important to protect other people. I have no idea what to think. I really want her in my life, but I'm so upset. Her views and values are completely different to mine. What do Reddit? Sad face. Too long did not read. Best friend, doesn't want to get. Agree with the COVID vaccine and won't see me or my new baby because I am vaccinated. Sorry to say this, but you are probably better off. Her status as unvaccinated puts your baby at risk. Anti-vaxxers are nutjobs. You're better off without her. Sympathy for your loss of friendship, but I'm pretty sure your baby will be better off without such an irresponsible and frankly idiotic person in his or her life. If she's not wanting you to meet her kid because you're vaccinated, it sounds like, unless something changes, and hopefully you two have a good, adult discussion about this, you need a new best friend. I've had friends with whom I don't share some important values, but I've never considered disconnecting from them because of it. Gotta love when trash takes itself out. If she's never been vaccinated at all, she shouldn't be near your baby. It is likely for the best. You don't want to risk your baby for someone that ignores science. That's a tough situation. It's a real shame that people really think vaccines are some huge mystery concoction out to kill people. I'm sorry you've lost your best friend over this, but if that was enough to do it, then how much did she value the relationship when it comes down to it? You were willing to be friends with her despite her quack opinions, but she wouldn't do the same for you. I'm sorry for your loss, Op. Enjoy motherhood and try to find new friends. I know it's hard, but you can do it. She has had no vaccines at all her whole life? Don't meet her, she is a danger to your children, I'm serious. I haven't met anyone in my boyfriend's life 10 months plus relationship. Edit. I just wanted to add that we first started off as a friends benefits type relationship and was the type to kind of play with a girl's feelings. He was also my first time, we only slept with each other 6 months into the relationship. I fully trust him and don't believe he's sleeping around, as he was adamant not to get into a relationship before asking me. It took 5 months for him to make it official, so I don't believe he could be cheating. I can't believe I'm doing this, but here we go. F18. Haven't met anyone in my boyfriend's, M18, life. I understand most of you will say thing like we're young and stuff like that, I get it. Relationships when you're young tend not to last long, cool, I get that. I love him and I believe that he loves me. We have had multiple conversations stating that we want to be a long-term thing and hopefully just stay with each other. However, he seems adamant on me not meeting any of his friends. He's met my godmother. I'm not living with my mum, my uncle, my nan, and nearly all my friends. But I haven't met a single person in his life. I'm afraid he doesn't see our relationship as a long-term thing despite what he's told me. His mum in the beginning around 3 months in has a bad image of me, due to past difficulties, not with him, and didn't want to meet me because she didn't believe the relationship was a serious one. Which was fair enough, but it's been 10 months and we are coming up to a year and he insists that she still doesn't want to meet me, and honestly I don't think he wants me to meet her either. He just accepts that fact and doesn't really fight it or try to show her he's serious about us. There's been times he's gone to parties or just to hang out and I've asked to tag along. I don't ever really expect him to say yes, but his adamant nature around me not coming puts me off a little. I'm definitely going to bring it up with him today, but I did just want a little insight first. I don't think this is going to work out. There is having personal space, and there is hiding someone from the rest of your life, and he is doing the latter. He can't possibly be serious about you never meeting anyone and also about having a long-term relationship with you. Actions speak louder than words. We are all human and make mistakes, but you deserve basic respect and engagement with the other important people in his life. Don't let him treat you like a dirty secret. Red flags, location flag all around. He's lying or hiding something. He wants you to meet no one in his life. So he's probably in another relationship. I think you may be the side chick and he's stringing you along. Seems like you're taking the relationship more serious and faster than him. He's pretty much just coasting and keeping it casual. TBH sounds like he's wanting to have you as a girlfriend but at the same time act single and go on his own to parties and events. To quote Chris Rock, "If you have been dating a man for 4 months and you haven't met any of his friends, you are not his girlfriend. You're the side piece and you can't meet any of his friends because they all know the real so. There's been times he's gone to parties or just to hang out and I've asked to tag along. I don't ever really expect him to say yes, but his adamant nature around me not coming puts me off a little. This is the guy that loves you, yeah right. Sadly I think that you are still a friend with benefits. He is not showing any emotional investment in you and us leaving you home whilst he has fun with his friends. I can relate to not meeting the family. My family are fucking dreadful people. I tell people straight away so they don't assume that I am not invested in them. His mother's comments aren't really of any consequence to you as you are not friends. You are quite young to be experiencing a crappy relationship and setting a precedent this low of how people can treat you. And love doesn't treat you this way, but hope you will love a few others before you met the one. Enjoy your life and treat yourself with respect. You're not his girlfriend. That doesn't necessarily mean he's sleeping with anyone else right now. He could also just be keeping his options open so he can drop you without drama when he meets someone he likes, or he could just know he doesn't want to be with you long term and so he is just keeping you from ever being part of the rest of his life.